Hi, I'm Anthony, and today is day 19 of 365 days of bringing you short video content for the year 2026. Over the past couple of days, I've talked to you about redirecting our thoughts. The more negative thoughts we have, the more negative things we notice. The more negative things we notice, the more negative thoughts we have, and it becomes a cycle that continues, and our thoughts become the lens by which you and I see the world. The Apostle Paul offers an antidote of sorts against thinking about only negative things by encouraging us to think on good things. In Philippians 4, verse 8, he tells us to think about things that are true, honorable, just, pure, lovely, commendable, excellent, and worthy of praise. And today, I want to talk to you about what it means to think about things that are just. To think about things that are just is to think on justice. And justice is the act of the perpetrator of a crime being held accountable for the crimes they have committed against the victim. If there is no justice, it is as if the victim of the crime is less than the life of the perpetrator. But thanks be to God, we have a God of justice. We have a God who is just. And out of God's justice and God's mercy, God sent his son Jesus to take on all of the punishment, to take on all the wrath of the Father, and to take all the justice for the sins of the world upon himself on the cross. And so through Jesus, God is just because he poured out justice on his son. And through Jesus, God is our justifier because he offers us forgiveness of our sins because the punishment for our sins were carried out on Jesus. So all that who put faith in Jesus receive justification. And so to think on just things is to celebrate the justice of God showed through Jesus Christ. But as Christians, we should also celebrate justice and seek out justice in the world that we live in. Today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and Martin Luther King Jr. was used by God to speak out for the victims in our nation, the African American community that was oppressed and treated less than the rest of society. And God used him to bring about justice so that the black community in the United States of America could have justice and could be treated fairly and equally with all men, which were all created in the image of God. And so thank God for that and think about just things like that. But at the same time, seek justice for those who are oppressed and wronged in your life. We have a judicial system in our country, and yes, it is not what it should be, but I'm thankful for it. And I pray that justice is carried out for all who have committed crimes against victims. And I hope that all victims are honored through justice being carried out on their perpetrator. And I thank God for the justification that all men can have through Jesus. God bless. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.